Here with more, FBI Director Kash Patel. Director, thank you. What do we know about this encrypted message group? I know this is not the FBI's investigation. However, when you have well-organized groups like this that are going after law enforcement, I would imagine that will fall under the purview of the FBI.
Yeah, Sean, it's great to be with you. And look, the ongoing investigation involving the shooting last week is being led by DHS, and of course, we're supporting our interagency partners there. The Signal Chat group is information we collect from the public because we repeatedly request the public provide us with information they have. And what we are going to do is what we have been doing across the country under President Trump's leadership to deliver this historic success from year to year. It's not a trust me situation. It's a look at the last year. It's a look at what we did when the FBI opened up their task force in the state of Virginia under President Trump and our great partners at DOJ and the Attorney General. We wiped out crime in the state, and we're going to do that in every single city. We've done it for the whole year. And on this type of specific investigation, what you do, generally speaking, is you send out subpoenas, you collect data, you put people in grand juries, and you find out who broke the law. And if anyone broke the law and incited violence, remember, that's the key here. We are not going after people and infringing on their freedom of speech to peacefully protest. We are definitely not going after people and their Second Amendment right to bear arms. Only if you incite violence and or threaten to do harm to law enforcement officials and break the law in any other way does it become an investigatory matter. So this Signal Chat is something that we, the FBI, are looking at and spearheading.
Is the FBI also involved in looking into this raid on this church and the FACE Act? And I understand that there's another arrest that happened just prior to the program.
Yeah, Sean, thanks. Just breaking literally right now, another example of what we do at the FBI when we team up with state and local partners and the interagency and President Trump's backing of the blue and the Attorney General of the Department of Justice's prosecutions is this FBI has already arrested the 4 individuals responsible for the vehicle damage just a week ago in Minnesota. Also, during that incident, sensitive information was stolen from that vehicle relating to FBI and federal agents' personal data. People put that information out and threaten the lives of federal agents, wives, and children. Just tonight, we arrested a second individual out in the West Coast for threatening agents by stealing that information. And just a couple of days ago, we had our first arrest on an individual who did the same thing. In between, this FBI led the charge to arrest those involved with violating the FACE Act while impeding unlawfully the rights of people to worship in their houses of worship at the church in Minneapolis. A FACE Act violation is a federal charge. This is what we're talking about. This is what you're talking about, Sean. Do not let the media cement a false narrative. Let these investigations run its course. Let us do our job with our interagency and state and local partners, and let's all take a breath and calm down the situation, because when investigations like this are run properly, like we've done under President Trump's leadership, that's the only way you can drop the murder rate 20 points. That's the only way you can have 6 top 10 captures by this FBI in 1 year. And that's the only way we can keep our children safe and do things like arrest 500% more people who are threatening our children online in nihilistic, violent, extremist networks.
Well, it's certainly not helpful when you use Nazi analogies and call ICE agents Gestapo. There's nobody that's been more pro-Second Amendment than yours truly. I've had a pistol carry permit in New York City. I've had it in California when I lived there, in Alabama, in Georgia, back when I went to New York, and now in the free state of Florida. But with that comes a big responsibility. I have told people on air, well, Hannity, what gun should I get? I said, the one you're willing to get trained in the safe use of. And I've also told stories that, in situations, if I knew I was on camera and I could get away from a confrontation, knowing that I had the ability to defend myself, I would turn and hightail it and run rather than ever have to pull out a weapon. If you have a weapon, do you belong in an environment that is as contentious as this weekend? Do you bear responsibility knowing that you have a firearm with you, what that could do to a situation?
Well, Sean, like you said, we truly, fully support the Second Amendment, people's right to bear arms. But when you enter into a situation, a volatile situation like Minnesota, where there were riots on the streets and people attacking federal law enforcement officers and ramming them with vehicles and continued criminality and burning down and literally destroying federal vehicles and stealing information, we have to ask people what's prudential, what's smart. And it's not smart to go out there with a fully loaded weapon. We're just saying be careful and be reasonable, like you've outlined. If you have a right to a permit for a firearm, that's okay, but you cannot incite violence and you cannot break the law and attack federal law enforcement officers.
I don't speed anymore, but when I did, and I got pulled over once or twice, and I had a firearm on me, a loaded firearm. I put my hands out the window. Officer comes up to the window. First thing I say, officer, I have a pistol carry permit, and I have a loaded weapon in the car. Immediately, because they never know what they're walking into. They have no idea who is on the other side of a gun or the other side of a confrontation. And I hope people keep that in mind. They deserve to go home to their families also. FBI Director Kash Patel.
Sean.
We appreciate you being with us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.